What's up, Falcons Nation? It's your boy Jew coming at you with another Atlanta Falcons video. As always, Falcons Nation, rise up. In today's video, I want to talk about the young edge rusher, Bradlee Anea out of the University of Utah. Should the Atlanta Falcons draft this young player? As always, if you're new to this channel, please hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you'll know when I've done Atlanta Falcons content. Hit the like button. If you would like to follow your boy on Twitter, you can follow me at JewTalkSports. I appreciate all of the questions I've been getting on the comments in the last couple of videos I've done. I appreciate all the new subscribers. Big up to you guys, and welcome to the family. Welcome to the channel. Let's continue to grow the channel. Let's continue to grow our Atlanta Falcons fan base. But let's jump right into the video. So should the Falcons draft Bradlee Anea out of the University of Utah? I definitely think we should. Bradlee Anea goes about 6'3", 265 pounds, very versatile, very physical, very aggressive player, plays with a very high motor, plays angry, plays with his hair on fire. All of those analogies you can think of is Bradlee Anea. He reminds me of kind of a Takk McKinley with his personality on the field. It looks like he's one of those players that when he's out there, he's seeing red. And those are the type of players that we need on this Atlanta Falcons team. He flies to the football, and he's always in the picture, always around the football. He was the captain of the University of Utah's defense. He did have that C on his chest as a captain of the defense. He's, like I said, one of the better pass rushers I've seen when I looked up his highlight tape here on YouTube. So definitely go check it out. Personally, I believe that he still will be on the board in the second round. I don't believe that anyone's going to take him in the first round. So I believe we may be able to take him with one of our second round draft picks. As you know, if you've been watching my channel, I prefer at number 16 with that first round pick that we take K'Lavon Chaisson out of the University of LSU. He's the first edge rusher that I have on my draft board other than Chase Young. But at that point, I believe we all know that Chase Young at 16 will already be drafted. So the next edge rusher I have on my draft board is K'Lavon Chaisson. But if K'Lavon Chaisson is not there for any reason, meaning he gets drafted, then I would definitely go with Bradlee Anea as the third person on my draft board, the third edge rusher. I do like him over AJ Espinoza, the University of Iowa's defensive end. A lot of the draft boards like Mel Kiper and a lot of these guys have us taking AJ Espinoza out of the University of Iowa. Personally, I'm not a huge AJ Espinoza fan. If we were to draft him, of course, I would root him on because I root for all of our Atlanta Falcons players and I wish him nothing but the best. But personally, I just think that AJ Espinoza doesn't fit our defense of that fast and physical motto, especially playing a defensive end role. If he was playing like a nose tackle or a 3-tech on the inside, I think that AJ Espinoza could be very valuable to the team. I just don't see him being the 4-3 defensive end that we actually need on our team. If you know anything about the Dan Quinn's defense, that cover 3 scheme and the 4-3 scheme that we run, he prefers guys that can penetrate up the field, and he prefers fast guys. Guys that run fast 40-yard dash like a Vic Beasley, like a Takk McKinley. He prefers quick and fast guys off the edge. When he was in Seattle, he coached Bruce Irving, Cliff Averill. So he has coached some very good pass rushers, meaning Dan Quinn in the past. And he prefers guys that are more explosive. And I prefer defensive ends that's more explosive. To me, when I watch AJ Espinoza's highlight tape, I don't see a lot of explosion or I don't see a lot of explosiveness out of him. I think he's just one of those old school defensive ends that can play the run and play the pass very well. Very stout and hard to block. But mainly he wins with power. He doesn't have many pass rush moves when I watched AJ Espinoza's tape. But I believe Bradlee Anea, on the other hand, has a bunch of different pass rush moves he can use. He can bull rush. He can speed rush. He plays with a very nasty edge. A couple of times when I was watching the highlights, he was literally suplexing and body slamming guys on plays. Now, in the NFL, I think he will be flagged a couple times if he brings that same aggression. But I do like players that play very aggressive and plays with their instincts and don't do a bunch of thinking. I really feel like that's what kind of killed Vic Beasley's career with the Atlanta Falcons, is he did too much thinking while he was on the field. He just wasn't out there playing by instinct and playing fast. He was thinking too much out there on the field. So I do believe that Bradlee Anea is one of those guys that's going to play fast and physical. He's not going to do a bunch of thinking out there. It looks like he's a player that plays off a lot of his instincts, and he's just very aggressive. And I think that's where Vic Beasley kind of went wrong. Vic Beasley was too passive at times, and he didn't play with that high motor that Bradlee Anea plays with. Bradlee Anea does play with an excellent motor. I've seen plays on his highlight tape where he's fell down and still tracks down the quarterback and still makes the sack even if he misses on the first attempt. He flies out to the football on the outside on those swing passes. And Bradlee Anea is a player that you can drop back into coverage because he has more athleticism than a player like a AJ Espinoza. So it's no knock on AJ Espinoza. I think it's just more of big ups to Bradlee Anea and Caleb Chasson for being more explosive athletes. And nowadays, if you watch the offense of the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl, you do need defenders that are very explosive and that can be used and be interchangeable pieces. And that's one thing that I didn't really care for when I watched AJ Espinoza. But when I watched Bradlee Anea, I did see that he's a very versatile player and he can do a lot of different things. And I feel like that's something that can really benefit our team of getting a guy that can be like a Swiss Army knife and a guy that can play multiple roles for the team. So with that being said, you guys tell me what you guys think about Bradlee Anea. Definitely go check out his highlight tape on YouTube. Like I said, he's a very good player. From what I've seen on the tapes, he looked very good in his highlights. Looks very, like I said, very physical, can cut off the edge. And one advantage that I think he has over like a player like Caleb Chasson is he can hold the point because he's a little bit heavier. Caleb Chasson only goes about 250 pounds, where this kid goes about 265, 270 with Bradlee Anea. But he's still athletic. He can drop off in the coverage. He can spy on quarterbacks, and he can go after an opposing quarterback. So you guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. Should we draft Bradlee Anea? Once you see his tape, let me know what you think about him. But as always, this has been your boy Jew. I'll holler at you guys in the next video. If you have any questions for me about a player you might like me to check out, definitely leave the comment below. Any question you may have about your NFL team, or maybe a player that the Atlanta Falcons may need to draft, or any questions you just may have on the channel, definitely leave a comment. I love answering you guys' questions. You guys are definitely who I do it for. I love educating all of our Atlanta Falcons fan base and educating people that love the game of football. But with that being said, this has been your boy Jew. I'll holler at you guys in the next video. And as always, rise up. I'll holler at y'all next video, and peace.